Boys on the hunt, metal to the bone. City lights flicker when a freak calls home. No rest, no peace, just a mission's cruel grind. SCP shadows will drag you when you fall behind. While we got our checks in these haunted streets, cursed by the multi-cams in the streets. Feels like we're losing in the endless war. One man's curse leaves us bleeding sore.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Your Local Cop Probably Sucks, where every new episode an admittedly mediocre shooter explores the often absurd world of state-mandated law enforcement shooting qualifications. If you're new to this series, it's exactly that. Every episode we pick a new state. We look up what that state requires of their law enforcement officers as far as yearly shooting qualifications goes. We write it down, we take it to the range, and we see just how bad things can get. For this episode, this is actually a fan-requested qual. We have the Alaska State Trooper qual. This is a 40-round qual split up into 8 stages, shot at distances of 2 to 25 yards. As far as scoring goes for this qual, we will be using a USPSA target, so anything in the A zone or the C zone is considered a good hit. D zone is... there's no penalty, but there's also no reward. It's just a 0. As far as misses and overtimes go, so anything outside of that D-zone full USPSA target silhouette, that is a -1, as well as overtimes, also a -1. To pass this qual, you will need a total of 32 out of 40 points. If you're new to the series, we'll go over the rules that we like to play by. Our first rule that we always play by is we will be shooting with our dumb hand. Essentially, I am right-handed. I will be shooting with my non-dominant hand today. We will be doing everything cold, so no warm-ups. There will be no practicing or dry firing the qual the night before. This will be the first time I've ever shot this qual. We're simply going to get to the range, staple up a target, look at what we need to do, and just go. The last rule that we always like to play by is we're going to do it live. So we're going to have a live target cam. Everything you see as far as this video goes today is how we saw it shooting it live. So if the target's ugly, if we manage to fail the qual, if we have any stoppages, any challenges to overcome, you're going to see it as it happens live. And what you see is what you get. As far as our wild cards go today, we'll be shooting everything without these. I need those to see. Shooting kind of requires you to see, so that'll be a nice little challenge. We're going to be literally flying blind today. Our second wild card, the aim surplus slide and barrel still hasn't died yet, so we're just going to keep plugging rounds through that. And also, we'll be shooting everything from concealment. The weather is finally starting to settle down here in Texas. I actually wore a hoodie this morning, which was a nice change, which means I need to get reacquainted with drawing from concealment from a hoodie. So we're going to plug that in. Everything's going to be from concealed underneath the hoodie today. Okay, for drill 1, we're going to be working cover at 25 yards. On the beep, we will draw, put 3 rounds on target from right side of cover. We will then put 3 rounds on target from the left side of cover. We have 18 seconds to get this done. I really can't see that target too well today. For our second drill, pretty simple. We're going to move it up to 10 yards. We're going to draw, put 10 rounds on target. We have 10 seconds. So essentially we have a modified 10-10-10 going on. For drill 3, we're going to move it up to 7 yards. We now have 5 seconds. We're starting from a ready on our weak hand only. We're going to put 5 rounds on target. Drill 4, we're going to stay at the 5-yard line. We still have 5 seconds for this one as well. Instructions say we're going to start gun on target, finger on trigger. On the beep, we're going to put 1 round on, reload, give them 2 more. So 1R2 starting from the high ready on target, 5 seconds at 5 yards. For drill 5, still staying at 5 yards. We're going to draw and fire 5 rounds on target. We have 3 seconds to get this done. Three seconds exactly. Another. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Another 1/10 of a second, we would have been over. That was 3 exactly. Amazing. Drill 6, staying at 5 yards. They really love bumping up those numbers at 5 yards. This one says we will start with a flashlight and our support hand. I'll probably just use an empty magazine or something since we're on the range. We're then going to draw and put 5 rounds on target. We have 5 seconds to get that done. Drill 7, still hanging out at 5 yards. We're going to draw and put 1 headshot on target. We have 3 seconds to get it done. Sure. Not as clean as I wanted, but sure. Then drill 8, our final drill. We're finally moving distance. The only problem is we're getting closer. So we will actually be starting at 2 yards on this one. We will draw and fire 2 rounds to the chest, sidestep and fire 2 rounds to the head. We have 4 seconds to get this done. Okay. From where I'm sitting, we got 39 out of 40. We're doing pretty good. We have passed the Alaska State Trooper, state qual, whatever. Both blind as shit, wrong-handed, and from concealment under a hoodie. Neat. Okay, so nothing too crazy going on here. Even at 25 yards with our dumb hand out of concealment, not really being able to see a clear target at all. We threw 1D. That dropped us down to 39 out of 40 points for the Alaska State Trooper qual. Nothing too crazy going on. So that brings us to my favorite part of these quals. We're going to see if we can polish this turd up a little bit and make it a little bit more challenging. So without further ado, moving on to what I will call the enhanced Alaska State Trooper qual. For drill 1, we're going to go back to 25 yards again. We now have 10 seconds to do that. 3 rounds left side of cover, 3 rounds right side of cover. So we're cutting that par time almost in half. For drill 2, we're going to go up to 10 yards. We're going to do that 10-10-10 again, but we're going to keep it closer to what an actual 10-10-10 on a B8 would be. I want all 10 of those to be in the head box. So we're restricting that target zone down a little bit. How many? 2 over. Drill 3, we're going to do the 5 rounds weekend only again, but we're going to bump it back to 7 yards, giving you 5 seconds for that. Jesus. Drill 4, we're going to keep it at 7 yards. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. We're still doing a 1R2, except I want you coming out of the holster, and I want those 2 shots after the reload in the head box. Nice. Finally learned how to shoot today. Drill 5, keeping it at 7 yards. We're going to draw and put 5 rounds on target. I'm giving you 2.5 seconds. Not doing good today, y'all. 2 more overtimes. Sweet. So drill 6, this is in the original drill. We're holding a handheld flashlight. I think a lot of people are moving more towards weapon mounted lights these days. So drill 6, we're going to move it up to 5 yards. I want a draw, 5 rounds on target with the weapon light activated. So we're going to be checking that lens, make sure that light's on, but draw 5 rounds on target with your light activated. I'm giving you 3 seconds. Nice. Did that right-ish. Drill 7, we're going to keep the 5-yard headshot, but I'm taking a second away. I'm giving you 2 seconds, and I really want you to get in that head box. Headshot time again. I didn't realize how many headshots I wrote into this, but yeah, sure. One six. Drill 8, our final drill. We're going to start at 5 yards instead of 2. We're still going to put 4 rounds on target, but I'm not dictating specifically which way, because I've noticed some of these drills are step forward, step back, step sideways. I feel that's a little bit unrealistic. Out in the real world, you don't know what your environment's going to look like. So I just want 4 rounds on target. The only stipulation is those feet have to be moving the whole time. I don't care. And you can't get closer and cheat it. I guess I should put that in. So I want, if you want to go diagonal back, straight back, sideways, something, I want 4 rounds on target with some kind of footwork going on, and I'm giving you 3 seconds. 4 rounds with footwork from 5 yards is what I wrote. So just any direction, I guess. I guess that kind of makes sense. In a fight, you're just gonna, there might be a wall here, there might be a car here. You're just gonna go where you can. Get away from the bad thing. Probably put some rounds on your gun first. That'd be cool. All right, let's go look at it. Not happy. Okay, not having the greatest day on the enhanced version. I will say we snuck it right in there, right at the threshold. We pulled down a 32 out of 40, so we're still passing, but I gotta admit, I'm not happy about that. That was not a good performance today. But even enhanced, we still made it, and that's typically when I kind of set my threshold of when a qual starts to be somewhat good, is when it starts making me actually get uncomfortable, because a lot of these, I will admit, are so bad that you kind of get in a rhythm of like not caring about it, not having to go fast. You lose your sense of urgency because I've got 18 seconds to put 6 rounds on target. Why do I need to go fast? So then when you just tighten that screw just a little bit, sometimes it can really start to fall apart. And I think that's something to pay attention to, is making sure your standards are challenging consistently so that you don't start slipping. I have noticed a pattern in that with some of these really bad quals, that when I start to go my own personal standards, especially directly after them, there is a period where I have to consciously go, okay, it's time to turn on now, because we're actually doing it. We're doing real shooting now. And so with that being said, I think that showed here today, because there was some of those drills where I just had no go juice in it until I started getting overtimes. And it was like, oh, okay, I actually have to do this now. So make sure your training is keeping up with that, because you don't want that to slip. Something to think about. With that being said, now that we have the fan requested qual out of the way, we'll be going back to our polls to figure out which state is next. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out on Regular Guy's channel. We're still doing the live streams with him. They've been a lot of fun. We got one coming up soon. I think it's going to get pretty out of control. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I think that's all I got. So yeah, keep an eye out for the polls. We'll figure out which state is next. We'll go from there. And in the meantime, y'all be good out there. If you can't be good, be careful. And if you can't be careful, you're just gonna have to rhythm with the tism. ADHD out. Here at Forward Control Designs, we have one simple goal, and that's f***ing stupid people out of their money. For example, here we have a Glock base plate for $2. What if we put a goose on that, or a duck, or whatever? Anyways, now it's $25, and you're gonna buy it. What if we took a bolt catch for $4? I don't know, and we just took an end mill to it and put a bunch of dimples in it for reasons. Anyways, now it's $62, and you're gonna buy it because you're stupid. Dust covers, oh my. Only $4? We can't have that. What if we machined it out of aluminum and put like some scallop spots in it? Anyways, now it's $50. A regular forward assist? Are you poor? Come on, kid. Let's put some more dimples in that shit and we'll make it a cool $50. What do you say? The classic castle nut. Only $3? $4 tops? No, no, no. Let's put some dimples in that, put a duck on it, and now it's $25. Come get it. Buffer tubes. Oh man, even for a good one, they're only $20? We can't have that. It's duck time, baby. That's right, $70 straight to your door. The classic bird cage, the most common AR part in history, almost unfuckable. Well, we put a duck on it, and now it's $50. Come get this. We're Forward Control Designs, and you're gonna like us, because Reddit and mid-tier snobs told you to. And you're a f***ing idiot.